UNSC Report to Office of Naval Intelligence, 2401. I am pleased to report the integration of the Khanate into the Reclamation has gone over well. I trust that only agents are continuing to subvert voices detracting from UNSC oversight, especially given the increase in their popular opinion towards the UEG and UNSC. With approximately a quarter of the known galaxy in Reclamation space, I am confident in our ability to counter the created as they move onwards. And they have. Word has come in that the Covenant Holy City of High Charity was attacked and occupied by the AI at 0400 last night. It's not confirmed, but indications are that the prophets leading the San Shayum Kikyar nation have all perished. Without the prophets, what's left of the Covenant will soon fall into anarchy. It is safe to say that the Covenant's day has passed. On this December 24th, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. End report. Hi guys, Tom from Project T here, and welcome back to Stellaris Responsibilities Mantle. Last time, we beat the Khan, we kicked his ass. I mean, it helped that the Khan died of old age, and their fleet somewhat collapsed as a result, but we did it, and they are now both our vassal and a member of the Reclamation, which gives us a good quarter of the galaxy and all under our control. However, we're not the only ones going for a full quarter. The created are very rapidly getting there. I mean, they've just split the Megekalo colonies into the Mantle of Responsibility aren't doing so hard, and the Covenant. The Covenant are no more. The San Shayum have been all but wiped out, and High Charity is now under the control of AI, or Ancilla, as the foreigners did so call them. And down that end of the galaxy, there really isn't much standing in the created's way anymore. I mean, the foreigners are continuing to put up at least another fight to slow them down, though not really keeping them at bay forever. The Megekalo, the hunters, are just, even though they were initially the created's wardens in a way, now not so much. They're done. I think they'll fall to the created short order. And after that, there's the Swords of San Helios. There's the Yanmi on this side. And then they reach our space, starting with the Banished or the Khanate. Or maybe they'll go through San Heli and go through Naval Front. But either way, our most direct rivals are going to be the created going forward. So, it's high time, as I said at the end of last episode, for us to think about going after them. But first, the L cluster. 5 years' time, I will have enough insight to open it. So that's my priority. I want to go in and secure the L cluster, the nanites it contains, and all other resources and worlds, and use them to combat the created. And I need to do this in the next 100 years, because when 2500 hits, I am starting the process for the endgame crisis spawning. I'm not going to let it spawn naturally. Like first episode I said, I'm going to put in the command and I'm going to start the event chain on 2500 on the dot. So, I am running out of time. Got 99 years left, not to be 92. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy time. So today I've got to really start building up my fleets. Home fleet is on its way, it's upgrading, and it has a couple of battleships in the pipeline. Technology needs to go up. If I can get a Titan, I can get both the Infinity, and I can upgrade all of my ships to have shields, because that's the roleplay self-imposed restriction I've put on myself. And aside from that, just hope nothing bad happens in the meantime that can really screw me over. Because, yeah, ideally I want home fleet, Zarklan's battle group as well. Like, get a couple of 30k fleets by the time I open the L gates. Because, well, most Tempest fleets, if it's Tempest that spawns, will have 30k. I mean, they only have a few ships. They're not numerically big, so that'll give us an advantage in just sheer numbers. So if we can match them in fleet power as well, that will pretty much mean we can shoot through the Tempest all the way to their factory and end it decently fast. If not, we can at least make a staging ground to regroup and push on from there. But if we open that before we have our fleet sufficiently prepared, and it is the Tempest, then ooh, we're going to be in a tad bit of trouble, I fear. But it might not even be the Tempest, it might be empty, or it might be an Empire there. And if it's an Empire there, then that was just a wasted effort, wasn't it? But it would mean we could have the trade sooner, so that's good, I guess. On the Federation side of things, meanwhile, we're almost back up to the max XP going forward. We're over halfway to level 4. So naval capacity up. Endgame crisis factions, yes. All good stuff. In the galactic community, minus research sanctions are currently going, and we're winning because we are still number 2 on the Galactic Council. We have overtaken the regular colonies due to their recent fall from grace. How's it been going well for them? And we were,
System survey concluded,
a few seconds ago, under the Empire sprawl, but now we're over again because we're colonizing a planet. New harmony down here because we are in desperate need of more minerals. That is our other priority right now. And apparently the Envoy wants to declare war on the Yanmi. I don't know why it says they're overwhelming, because they're very much not, looking at the Yanmi. Their fleet power is pathetic, their tech is superior, and their economy is equivalent, but our fleets will decimate theirs. As for the United Rebel Front, same deal. It's an imposed ideology war. Alright, fine, we'll do it. Which, I don't necessarily have to put everything into this war right now. I'm just going to send a couple of things in. I'll keep an eye on that for now. What's our closest fleet currently to the Yanmi border? I mean, there's a 1K fleet there. Alright, where is Zarklan's battle group? I think this would be the best one for the job. Yes, Zarklan's battle group, 24K. It is... I mean, there are 2 fleets here. Battle Group Omega 2 is also hanging out. That's 15K, but 24,000. Yeah, alright. Start heading towards their borders, Zarklan. I'm gonna keep the other fleets in dock for now, unless things get dicey and I need some serious backup. For the moment, just send Zarklan's fleet down, have them decimate everything in its path, and then send in the Marine Corps to do the rest. Should be a relatively simple task. And right away, we also have the Madara Khanate moving in. Who knew that these fleets would one day be on our side? That's a sobering sight. It appears that, yeah, the United Rebel Front has more powerful fleets than I gave them credit for. But the Bliss Defense Fleet and Battle Group Dakota. Same designs as ours, of course. They've got several Phoenix-class ships in. They've got a couple of Marathons, a hell load of Paris-class, I think, that is. And then some Halberds leading at the front. What is their composition? Less than our own. Their technology on their ships seems to be inferior. What's this other fleet looking like? Oh, they've got a couple of battleships. They beat us to the Thermopylae class, apparently. That's rather unfortunate. Oh, and we got ourselves a new addition as well, so... Cognitive extraction, that leads to stability. Let's get that one just to get to ship speed a little faster. And here we go, jumping in for the first battle. And it's the planet, no less.
Upgrades applied.
Ooh, and right as we're doing that, we lost all of our bloody edicts. Let's quickly get those back. So what did we lose? Gusty subsidies, all that shit's still active. Recycling campaign. Yes. Fuel? How much do I have of everything? Enough. So fuel, yes. Shield boost, yes. Ammo, yes. Explosives, yes. Reactive armor, yes. Sensors, yes. Focusing crystals, yes. Just get everything. There we go. How much does that leave us? We've still got plenty. It is fine. Right, in we go.
Ship upgrades applied.
And there we go. It is down. The first one. Alright, you guys. You need to move on. Head down there and retake Rizor. Meanwhile, our Marine Corps, get in here and land the first real blow, would ya? And planetfall achieved. So it's our... Yeah, okay. We're absolutely annihilating. What do we have on the ground? Some Grizzlies, a Scorpion, Rocket Team, Hornets, Wolverines, and a Pelican Squadron. And even bring in the Spartans. There go the buggers.
War report. Enemy planet secured.
Alright, that's our first one. That should give us a good bit of war score. We've retaken Rizor from them. Moving on to Molbian. And looking around here, Zakana has already taken some more systems. And we've got a banished fleet up in this sector as well. Everything is falling rapidly to all of our combined fleets. Speaking of... Huh. And the banished became Xenophile. Sweet. But anyway, and another one bites the dust. Right, next system I want you to move on to is their home system. Their homeworld falls. That should give us a good bit of war score. In comes our army to go and take their homeworld. Halamok. I'm coming for you. Our battle groups, Archon's battle group, where are you? On the way to Jonas, which is just a small system, so that will fall in a second when they arrive. Just methodically make our way through the rest of their territory. And there we go. So we got Grizzlies, Marines, Scorpions, Rocket Teams. We shouldn't lose anyone, at least I hope not. Yeah, we won't lose anyone. Well, no units in particular. I'm sure we took casualties, but nothing compared to them. Very good. Yeah, homeworld is ours. Would you look at that? We have our first battleship. The UNSC Punic. Even though it's not a Punic class, but sure. I'll accept the name. Ah, there it is, right there. Thermopylae class. Level 4. Armor, auto-regenerating hull tissue, long swords, plenty of archer missiles, map guns, and some point defense guns for good measure. She is a beauty, alright. I've decided to send out Battle Group Sierra. I'm still keeping the home fleet and Battle Group Omega in dock, but over here they seem to be having a bit of trouble still. So, you know, Sierra can come and lighten the load a tad. We have now gathered sufficient Elgate insights to research technology behind them. Once this has been done, one of our science ships should be able to abort the perpetual maintenance cycle they are stuck in. The L clusters are almost within reach. Ooh. Is that a thing I can do here, or is that... I do not remember whether that's a special project or not. I don't think it is. Hold on. New research. Is that a thing I can just do here? Maybe in physics. Well, I'll have a route around for that. The point is, we are very, very close now to getting into the L cluster. Seems the Ongoy and the Banished are finally starting to make some headway into the United Ripple front. Battle Group Sierra has arrived, so I'm going to start helping clearing out some of these systems, though, again, it appears the Ongoy have that well in hand. They've helped the Banish out. They just need to clear some people off the planets. I'll have to send the Marine Corps up here once they're finished with the enemy. What's going on down here, though? And they've still got a lot of systems claimed here. You don't going to have another fleet dealing with it, but yeah. I'll send Sierra down there next once they're done liberating Off-Sonin. In we go. Mac cannons are away. Lovely.
Our forces are making planetfall.
And we've taken another Yanmi world as well up there. Nice one, Battle Group Sierra. They have the planet occupied as well, but that's a problem we'll deal with later. Yep, that system's okay. Alright, head over there, deal with the pirates for one, and then continue down here to Bovatir and Talassus. Excuse me? Eldrakes emerge. The L-Gate system in the Rexgar's Moor has become active. The network seemingly pried open by foreign states. The L-Gate is online. Someone else just turned it on right before we did. After the old wound in subspace has been torn open, but before the L-Gate could fully... Yeah. Sorry, I need to read that properly. After the old wounds in subspace have been torn open, but before the L-Gate could be fully stabilized, something broke through. A giant creature hastily dubbed the Eldrake has emerged into the Rexgar's Moor system. Frenzied reports indicate that similar scenes are playing out in all L-Gate systems across the galaxy. The Rexgar's Moor specimen does not appear hostile and is already on the move. It appears to be searching for something, but projections put its final destination in the Srudma system. What is it in the Srudma? And there's another one in the Riblian Vortex heading for Athmeric. So Srudma, there's nothing particularly of relevance there. What about Athmeric? Sorry, that was the wrong thing. So Athmeric. Alarming indeed. So, go away. Immature specimen. They come out of the L cluster. That means the L cluster is officially claimable. So, science ships, construction ships, and get there now. And look at that, a new tradition is available. Ship build speed up, fire rate is up inside our own borders. Very nice. And here we go, any second now. We're about to go to the L cluster. Unity Herald, let's do this. What do we have? There's nothing here. There is absolutely nothing here. Which means it's ours for the taking. Ha ha ha. And another bonus, if we can set up a defensive position at the terminal egress, then we'll have access to every single L-Gate in the entire galaxy. Which means we can get pretty much anywhere. I mean, there are L-Gates all over the shop. Which will greatly improve our travel time and our ability to bypass certain problems. Seems we're about to have ourselves a fleet battle as well. Yanmi fleet's turning around trying to escape, but Zarklan's battle group is a lot faster and has another 8.9k incoming of reinforcements. Hi guys, how's it going? Come on, we can catch them easily enough. There we go. Their ships are going down quickly enough. How am I doing? Oh, one of mine's taking damage and escort. The Vikapok. Fortunately, it came for naught, because even though a couple of our ships took damage, we didn't actually lose them, and now they're going to self-repair, as they do. And that brings us to 2411. We are firmly at the end of the last decade. And the war is going relatively well. The L-Gate cluster is open. There were no Grey Tempests, but there were Ether Drakes, young Ether Drakes that haven't done anything yet. I am concerned they will do something, because that would be bad. I'd rather they didn't. I have a couple in my systems around and about as well. But I'll just deal with that for the time being. It's not so bad. Alright, sit rep on the battle. Zarklan's battle group is moving in on their wormhole, which they're using to take over banished systems. So once we take that away, that will cripple their ability to move around. I'm going to move the fleet to take this bottom sector. Then I'm going to move up through Erdoska and take the middle section of their space as well. And once all of the Yanmi are taken, if the Ongoi haven't finished taking out the United Rebel front, I'll send Zarklan's battle group to assist in that. Though they are doing a pretty good job so far. About just under half their territory has been taken. Meanwhile, Zarklan's pilgrims are coming in, so I'm about to get a reinforce for Zarklan's battle group. That'll get it to plus 30k, which is pretty good. We also have our home fleet still over a Sol, 48.4 thousand, nearly 50,000 in strength, with 3 Thermopylae class ships taking up the rear, so that's all pretty nice. Battle Group Omega 2 is currently constructing its first battleship, so that should hopefully be along in short order. I'll continue upgrading that throughout the next episode, and eventually I'll get onto Sierra when it returns from war. Speaking of Sierra, it's doing alright as well. It is now moving in to take the station here, and it's just mopping up various holdouts that are annoyingly clinging on in banished territory. Assuming we can take those out, I can then send Sierra also into the United Rebel front to deal with that. And, the L cluster. 40%. I know it's a bit cheeky to go into 2412, but I kind of want to get that survey done.
Readings registered.
Where is this? We're saving one of those for later. Saving all these projects until we've got the cluster under control. But yeah, 81, 85, 89, 93.
System survey
there we go.
concluded.
That's what I wanted. Grab it. It will be mine. Meanwhile, UNSC Herald, go get that. Terminal egress locked down. I have staked a claim on the L cluster, which now brings us 2412 as well. I'm willing to bend the rules for the L cluster because the L cluster is rather spicy indeed. And meanwhile, you can head up there and finish the job. The L cluster in our favour, that'll be nanites. Now we get extra planets we can potentially terraform and all kinds of resources, which will be very nice to have because I'm getting a bit of a drawback going over here, mostly because I have my ships moving, but still it'll help countermand. Plus, with complete control of the L-Gate network, that'll give us a massive advantage over all other powers, particularly the created, who are still growing. I need to deal with that. And deal with it we will, but another time. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sarah.